Hello, this is Claire OT and I'm doing another wobbly broadcast at the Digital Health Hack. I'm here with the second team that I'm going to show you today, and they've been working on a communication tool for professionals in the NHS. I'm not really sure of the scope of the tool or much about it, so I'm going to hand you over to the team. The project is called HealthShare at the Digital Health Hack. So that's the name of this project. So here are the team.
Hi, my name is Imran.
Hi Imran.
Hi, I'm Mark, otherwise known as Pontoon Doc on Twitter. And this is HealthShare. We've taken this small idea on one green post-it and turned it into a way for health professionals and social care professionals to talk to each other if they're not in the same sector. This idea came out of an issue over colostomy. We're aware of trusts and LEAs who perhaps only have a colostomy nurse or a colostomy specialist for half a day a week, but for the rest of the time, if you're in a health or social care setting and you need to know about something to do with colostomy, where do you go to find an expert? And so we've come up with this idea for a website to identify and profile experts in health and social care. The way it works is you can either self-identify yourself as an expert by applying for your email address. So perhaps if your email address is an NHS one or a local government one or an academic one, then you can get instant access. If you're not one of those, then obviously the management of the site could verify that you're an expert. We're also looking at visitors to the site can recommend an expert. So for example, if you know that there is a colostomy expert in your department, you can recommend them to join the site. They can do it for the particular specialism that you think they should be talking about, or you can do it for, if they're interested in other things as well, then they can go, actually I'm not interested in talking about colostomy, but I will talk about this, this and this. And so the way it works is that they can specify the level of access. So are they happy for their email address to go out on the web? Are they happy for their Twitter ID to go out on the web, or any other kind of identifying information? They can specify whereabouts they are, whereabouts in the world or in the UK they are, or they can give a profile page. So if they want more information to prove to the world that they are an expert in colostomy, they can do that as well. What happens is the visitor comes along, so that can be without registering. It can be obviously be anybody, and what they can do is, if the particular expert has said I'm happy for anyone to contact us, then their email address or their Twitter ID could be completely public. By having a registration system, again based on email address of the visitor, that's one way we can limit it to health social care experts. So I come along and I work for Leeds City Council and I need to speak to somebody who's a colostomy expert. Then I register, the system knows that I work for Leeds City Council, so I've got a leeds.gov.uk address, and it will allow me in. It will allow me in so I can then message the experts in colostomy to go, well, I've got this question, you've said on this site that you're happy to help us. Is this something that you can answer my question for? For everybody else, there's an approval system before you can get in and access it. But we think it's a really good tool for if you have a question, and if you're willing to become a public expert in a particular field, for people to contact you and pick your brains, ask you questions, for you to give help and advice. We think this is a really good system for being able to do that. And so we've turned this into this.
I'd just like to add, with regards to one of the specialisms with this particular system is the knowledge tree, the knowledge repository aspect of it, and potentially it could turn into a knowledge tree in the sense that, for example, so many times, I'm not a consultant or doctor myself, but on so many occasions that the organisation that I work for, I've walked through the corridor and I've heard junior doctors, consultants talking over the phone to one another, and it might be a great idea, it might be kind of advice that one consultant is giving another consultant, and usually that kind of conversation, it's lost, it's gone forever. Whereas with this, they can message, they can communicate with one another, and that knowledge gets stored, and ultimately this knowledge, all this knowledge in there could be categorized. Somebody else could come along, search for it, and maybe even add to it as well. So I think one of the elements of it, with regard to contacting individuals, having your own profile as a consultant, I think there's that really there's this element of this repository of this knowledge, this rich knowledge that's really priceless, because you can't just kind of, with that example that I gave, with these conversations that people have on the telephone, that knowledge, it's gone. It's priceless knowledge, but it's gone. Whereas with this, it stays there, it gets stored, and there's so much more you can do with that data as well once it's in there.
So in a way, that's a bit like a blog where you can do a search by category and by tag. So you can tag conversations that are in that repository. So it's tagged Colostomy Bradford.
That's it, exactly.
And so that these. Okay, so I think we get it. I think that's a really good idea. So that's called HealthShare, and unfortunately I've added an extra bit to the title there. I've taken it out again. So that's called HealthShare, and that's the presentation from Group 2. And have you got plans of what you need to take this forward?
Funding. Any funders out there, please?
So Group 2 are looking for funding and access to development structures that can help them to make this a reality. So it might be one for Handy, it might be one for us, and if you've got any good ideas, do share them with us. Okay, thanks, bye.